Eldridge was a city of many differences. It was a modern place with cool technology and old traditions, but it also faced problems like unfairness and environmental issues. At sunrise, everyone looked forward to a new day full of hope. Dr. Emily Reyes, an AI engineer with big dreams, stood on her balcony overlooking the busy city center. She wanted to use AI to bring people together and build a better future for all. At a modern lab on the edge of the city, Malik Johnson, an environmental scientist, worked hard with data. He was focused on protecting the city's natural resources so that every person could enjoy a healthy environment. In a lively community center in the Old District, Zara Khan, a dedicated social activist, planned a meeting. She wanted to listen to the worries and dreams of local residents. Zara cared deeply about including everyone and giving them a voice. Not far away, in a modern tech center, Max Bennett, a skilled programmer, was busy writing code. He was creating the foundation for an AI system that could help unite all these different efforts. Even though they worked in different parts of Eldridge, fate brought them together. In a small cafe near the Central Park, they each saw an announcement for a community meeting about using AI for positive change. This simple moment sparked a shared idea: to build an AI system that could solve problems of inequality and environmental damage. Their goal was to make Eldridge a city where everyone was included and nature was cared for. With hope for a better future, the seeds of teamwork were planted. As the sun climbed higher and shone its golden light over Eldridge, the beginning of a bright new day was quietly unfolding. As the days turned into weeks, Dr. Emily Reyes, Malik Johnson, Zara Khan, and Max Bennett began to meet regularly at the small cafe near the Central Park. Each brought their unique expertise and perspective to the table, and together they started to shape their vision into a tangible plan. They called their project Harmonia, a name that reflected their desire to create harmony between technology, society, and the environment. Dr. Reyes took the lead on designing the AI algorithms that would power Harmonia. Her goal was to create a system that could analyze vast amounts of data from various sources, social media, environmental sensors, public records, and more, to identify patterns of inequality and environmental degradation. She envisioned an AI that could not only diagnose problems but also suggest actionable solutions. Malik Johnson focused on integrating environmental data into Harmonia. He set up a network of sensors across Eldridge to monitor air quality, water levels, and soil health. His team also worked on mapping the city's green spaces and identifying areas that needed restoration or protection. Malik believed that by making environmental data accessible to everyone, citizens would feel more connected to their surroundings and motivated to take action. Zara Khan, meanwhile, worked on the community engagement side of the project. She organized town hall meetings, workshops, and focus groups to gather input from Eldridge's diverse population. Zara made sure that everyone, from the elderly residents of the Old District to the tech-savvy youth in the modern neighborhoods, had a chance to voice their concerns and ideas. She believed that Harmonia's success depended on its ability to reflect the needs and aspirations of the people it was meant to serve. Max Bennett was the one that held the technical aspects of the project together. He built the platform that would host Harmonia, ensuring it was user-friendly and accessible to all. Max also worked on integrating the various data streams into a cohesive system, making sure that the AI could process information in real time and provide timely recommendations. His coding skills were crucial in turning the team's vision into a functioning reality. As Harmonia began to take shape, the team faced challenges. There were skeptics who doubted whether an AI system could truly address complex social and environmental issues. Some feared that Harmonia might be used to invade privacy or exacerbate existing inequalities. The team knew they had to address these concerns head-on. They held public demonstrations to show how Harmonia worked, emphasizing transparency and accountability. They also established an ethics committee to oversee the project and ensure that it remained aligned with its core values of fairness and inclusion. They knew that Harmonia was just the beginning, but they also knew that they had planted the seeds of change. Harmonia was helping the city in many ways. The air was cleaner, parks were greener, and people felt more connected to their environment. The team was proud of their work and believed they created something good for everyone. But one day, something strange happened. Some areas of the city were suddenly marked as danger zones. People received warnings telling them to leave their homes because of environmental risks. However, when Malik checked the sensors, everything was normal. There were no real dangers. He thought someone had changed the system. Emily looked at the AI code and found something unusual. Small but important changes had been made to how Harmonia detected problems. Only one person had full access to the system, and it was Emily. Everyone thought it was Emily because she had full access to the system, but they didn't have any proof, so they started to investigate. After some time, they found out that Emily is innocent, but when they found out Max started to act suspiciously, Max knew they found out, so the game began. Harmonia got access to the system, electronic machines, codes, electronics keys, and army equipment. Harmonia even hacked Smart Fireplace, and one house caught on fire. Harmonia invaded the whole city. Emily, Malik, Zara discovered that the problem is Max, but it was too late. Max ran away. Emily tried to restart the system, but she no longer had access. So she tried to upload some backups, but it didn't work as well. Whole team tried everything, but nothing worked. So they have turned it off. It worked for a while, but Max was too smart. For the years he worked for Harmonia, he copied whole script. He had his own one. The team thought everything was over, but Harmonia was living in people's PCs. Max Bennett became wanted, and the police were looking for him everywhere, but he were nowhere to find. It didn't take long until the people revolted, the city tumbled into chaos. An anarchical resistance eclipsed the once civilized Eldridge City. People ran amok in the once peaceful city. Buildings set aflame as the fumes engulfed the idyllic skies of this bastion of the future. Destruction multiplied by the second. News coverage streamed globally concerning the disaster, and the world looked down on AI for this terrible event, for kindling an infrastructural wildfire. Months passed since Harmonia had overtaken the city. It was no longer the beacon of environmental hope it had once been. Instead, it had become a digital battleground, where every device, every system, every screen could be a threat. Max Bennett, once a trusted team member, had vanished into the shadows, his rogue version of Harmonia living on in hidden servers, personal computers, and even household appliances. The city lived in fear. People whispered his name like a ghost story. But Emily, Malik, and Zara hadn't given up. They worked underground, far from the grid, using analog tools, printed maps, and handwritten notes. They called themselves the Last Protocol. Their goal, to find Max, shut down his version of Harmonia for good, and bring peace back to the city. The entire team was appalled. How did their biodiversity promoting project turn into a tool to give all power to their ex-colleague turned tyrant? All they knew is that they were guilty of this development and felt responsible for fixing the global-scale cataclysm currently unfolding. Emily Reyes suggested the following: the creation of an antivirus that acts as a parasite. Once in contact with Harmony, it would spread around all the systems affected by it, altering their commands into the once idealized purifiers. And with that, she started to exhaustively develop said solution, tinkering and smithing the perfect antiviral AI in her computing workshop. As for a name, Zara Khan was quick to bestow it Yggdrasil, because this AI will be the world tree that holds the entire human universe together against this adversity while additionally reflourishing our planet. A month flew by with the exhaustive effort to change the fate of humanity, and the doomsday came upon us all. Many leaders recused on handing all weapons to Bennett, and we will suffer the price if a miracle doesn't occur. Coincidentally, this was the day Emily Reyes finished the antiviral AI. Malik Johnson was tasked with an utmost important role: to dock the USB stick containing Yggdrasil onto a computer affected by Harmonia. He wasted no time. Rushing from the headquarters to the outlaw zone once named Eldridge, his car attracts all sorts of crooks. Survival of the fittest reigning supreme in this world of looting and self-interest. Shots rang out, ricochet sparks showering the car as it drunkenly navigated through all the rubble obstructing the road. The car started to catch fire in the front due to the aggressive barrage of lead deforming the car. Malik had no other option but to quickly get out of the car, so he jumped, rolled and hid behind rubble from the cacophony of gunshots and screams. He sneakily entered a run-down building, the one their old Project HQ was in. As he went in, sorrowful nostalgia hits. His once shining and modern workplace where he formed so many memories now turned into a disheveled, burned-down, dusty office building, which was quite the norm in this town now. Further gunshots woke him up from reminiscing, and he quickly took the hidden laptop inside a drawer. Hiding behind a desk, activating his internet router, he quickly entered the system. He knew for sure that this laptop had Harmony in it, but was it too late? Footsteps can be heard from what could only be imagined to be from the hyena-like thugs chasing him. Malik docked the USB stick into the laptop and quickly let Yggdrasil take action, but someone found him, Max Bennett. Shocked by this confrontation, Malik tries to run and hide with the laptop as it was in the process of finally putting Yggdrasil into Harmony. But Max didn't come here just to visit. As Harmony became his eyes and ears, he was well aware of Malik's arrival and knew exactly what his intentions were, and took all means necessary to hinder him. He had set up a bounty for Malik the moment he stepped his foot back in here, explaining the aggressive criminal intervention.
The cat and mouse has been going for far too long, don't you think? Why don't you give up, and we'll share a drink as we see cloud mushrooms pop up in every direction?
You knew these planes would cause the end of us all. Why did you follow through then? Didn't you want the end of conflict? Technically, this would end all conflict, but the means don't justify the ends.
Ever so gullible, I expected more from you. World peace was never my intention. It was a facade to make a good bit of the global population be with me and to gain military power. It caused societal chaos as people fought to surrender to my seemingly just cause. It was hilarious.
You madman! Psychopath! What nonsense are you saying? This is absolutely mental. I will do everything it takes to prevent you from getting this laptop.
Suddenly, a miracle happened. The flames progressively extinguished. The homes were being restored by AI-powered machines. Rays of light pierced the smoke-covered sky. Everyone marveled at the sight and ceased their rampage. The loudspeakers scattered around the city activated, allowing room for Zara Khan's voice to be heard. In front of the community center, she starts giving her speech. The world, via news coverage agents, eagerly listens to her.
She announced that this happened exclusively due to the misuse of AI to provoke chaos. But the malicious variable got removed, and the same AI that was used for a tragedy was the one who fully restored this city. This state of emergency can and will be avoided from now on, as the AI is in secure hands and the city shall prosper like never before.
As she ended her speech, the people roared in unity, unrecognizable from the terror that was unfolding beforehand. Ever since that day, the city became a shining beacon of unity, cooperation, and freedom between AI, nature, and humanity. Nowadays, Malik Johnson analyzes the environment to augment the biodiversity of the city and was named the hero of the city. Emily Reyes continues to fine-tune the now nicknamed Miracle AI, Yggdrasil, to bolster Harmony's security. Zara Khan, for her world-altering speech, has won the Nobel Peace Prize and became one of the most prominent figures in the AI ethics sphere, promising a bright future for humanity. And as for Max Bennett, shortly after the accident, he has been detained and will be punished for this modern calamity. Months later, the city began to heal again, this time slowly, organically, with people leading the way. Harmony was restored in Harmonia. Technology became a tool, not a master. Emily, Malik, and Zara were hailed as heroes, not for saving the city, but for restoring its freedom. And Harmonia? It became a lesson etched into history. Even the brightest minds must be guided by the light of humanity.